Hello， 大家好，欢迎回到外媒看中国，我是安博然。China's People's Liberation Army has launched military drills around the island of Taiwan as a deterrent to separatist activities there, sending the Western media into propaganda overdrive. The drills come days after Lai Ching-te chose to thoroughly confuse Western readers, familiar only with simple black and white facts, by introducing a new concept for many of them, the Republic of China. But wait a minute, isn't it just called Taiwan? Today we'll take a much-needed deeper look. This is Reports on China. I'm Andy Boreham in Shanghai. Let's get reporting. This morning, the Eastern Theatre Command of the Chinese People's Liberation Army announced it had launched new military drills surrounding the island of Taiwan. According to an official statement from the Xinhua news agency, the exercise involves troops of the Army, Navy, Air Force and Rocket Force in what is being called Joint Sword 2024B. Here's an image of the areas included. As you can see, the drills surround the island and simulate a complete blockade and control of key ports and areas. The PLA are also practicing strikes on sea and land targets and the seizure of comprehensive battlefield control, so as to test the joint real combat capabilities of the forces of the command, according to Li Shi, spokesperson for the theatre command. And the Western media has gone full propaganda mode, again trying to dumb down a very complex situation for stupid Western readers. As usual, they're using the term democratic to try and paint Taiwan as the good guys and Beijing as evil. It's the old freedom versus autocracy framing that Washington has been pushing for years. US state media outlet Voice of America framed it this way. Democratically governed Taiwan, which China views as its own territory, had been on alert for more war games since last week's National Day speech by President Lai Ching-te. Check out how far Washington propaganda goes with this example. Germany's DW News used the exact same statement, word for word. How interesting. Let's see what Reuters said. Oh, what's this? The exact same sentence, word for word. Well, clearly we're not going to get any insight from Western media. These drills come days after Lai Ching-te, Taiwan's current leader, argued that the People's Republic of China couldn't possibly be Taiwan's motherland, since Taiwan is officially called the Republic of China, which he said is officially older. Despite triggering a fresh round of military exercises around the island, bringing up the Republic of China, which is indeed the official name that the government on Taiwan is legitimated under, risks alienating Western supporters who believe that Taiwan is just a little island that wants to quietly live its own life as a country called Taiwan. Not true. The government of Taipei, under the Republic of China, officially claims all of China as its territory, including the entire Chinese mainland, Hong Kong, and even the South China Sea. In fact, these territorial claims are written in black and white in Taipei's own constitution. One question I love to ask Westerners who try to bring up Taiwan with me is this. Are you aware that the government on Taiwan claims all of China? I'm 99% of the time met with blank stares of shock. The average Westerner just does not know the history or its ramifications. I'll say it one more time just for clarity. The government on Taiwan, including its so-called president, Lai Ching-te, does not officially just want China to leave it alone and let it run a little island nation called Taiwan. No, it seeks to retake control over all of China, including the entire Chinese mainland, Taiwan, and the South China Sea. The government on Taiwan represents an entity called the Republic of China, or the ROC, and the government in Beijing represents the People's Republic of China, or the PRC. Both call themselves China. Both claim to be the rightful government of all of China. And that is why we have something called the One China principle, and why governments around the world can only choose one China to have official relations with, because there literally cannot be two Chinas. And today, the majority of the world agrees that Beijing represents China. Only 12 tiny states, including the Vatican, with a population of 746, support the government of Taiwan. Basically, the current situation stems from a civil war between the Kuomintang, or the KMT, and the Communist Party of China that, in 1949, resulted in the final remnants of the KMT fleeing to Taiwan with hordes of wealth stolen from the people, I might add. Here's another way to get the average Westerner scratching their head. Ask them what the name of Taiwan's official airline is. It's called China Airlines. But why? Isn't Taiwan just a tiny island that wants to be left alone? How naive. Joint Sword 2024B, which began this morning, will probably run for 2 or 3 days, I would imagine, before winding up again and hopefully showing clearly that Beijing will not tolerate what the PLA calls separatist activities that threaten national security and unity. It'll be interesting to see how Western media continue to cover the drills and how many times they'll try and paint the government on Taiwan as just some democratic island of people that want to be left alone in peace. A stark contrast from the autocratic government on mainland China, who, of course, are evil and draconian and just plain mean. Remember, for the Western media, it needs to be black and white, good versus bad, or else the dumbed-down masses just will not comprehend. Anyway, that will be it for today, you guys, but as always, I'd love to hear your thoughts. How long do you think the military drills around Taiwan will last this time? Do you think they're warranted? And how many of your friends know Taiwan's official airline is called China Airlines? Let me know down below, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really does help the channel. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.